G'day, guys, and welcome back to the Couch Commentators podcast, the fastest growing podcast in the nation, and some would say the world. As always, I have got Brandon, Dan, and no James today, but that's okay. But we're here to talk about all things sports, so sit back and enjoy. Now, once again, boys, before I ask how you're going, I just realized, Brandon, you were Dan.
Every time.
Every time. I'm a bit of a dope. But Dan, how have you been, mate?
Yeah, just had a relaxed weekend at home. Yeah, just relaxed weekend at home. Didn't want to do anything really. Just
Watched a bit of sport, mate.
I watched a bit of sport. Yeah, may have fell asleep during a few games.
Had a bit of a punt, surely.
Yeah, had a bit of a punt, just a small little punt, but that's about it. Yeah.
How about you, Brandon? How you been, mate?
Well, Lucas, Lucas, me and Dan and James actually went and watched some live sport as well. We went and watched the under 11s and
Yes, we did do that.
under 12s grand finals. It was pretty good. One was very close, and then one was in Golden Point, and they won a try. It was pretty sick. The whole crowd went wild.
I totally didn't almost bring down the under 11s.
Yeah.
I was going to say, I certainly hope you didn't fall asleep during their game.
So,
no.
James would tell it better, but Dan, like, the under 11s were up 24-10 or something, and then he goes, surely the under 11-year-olds can't lose a lead like this with like 7 minutes to go. Little behold, they start coming back like try after try after try. It gets to 1 minute, it's 24-20, and look, we're just like, we're saying to him, hold the ball, just hold the ball. And James is going, how are you going to tell a bunch of 11-year-olds that you're the reason they lost?
And look, we're just lucky the other team can't kick fucking goals because that's the only reason they won.
Yeah, look, it probably would have been. But, I mean, also, how are we going to tell a bunch of 11-year-olds to hold the ball and not try?
Yeah, true. Up the wires, though, up the wires.
Up the wires. But, look, other than that, guys, we should probably address... the fact that we did not have a podcast last week. Not ideal, but some prior commitments had come up for a few of us there. Anything you want to add to that?
Nah, I mean, like, technical difficulties and prior commitments. It just didn't work out that week. But, we're back this week, and no James.
Fit and firing.
We totally went all dead from something over the weekend.
Well, we're back this week.
Yes.
Anyway... Head into accountability. Now, guys, I've not been here for the last couple of weeks, actually. Because I've not been able to give my spiel on why I've picked as I'm sure, listeners are aware of these days, that I pick anything Peter Moody trains. It's just a shame that, the one horse of his that didn't win in the weekend, I picked this weekend. So... I didn't get the win, didn't come top three either, because I was saying... I was certain an each-way play was going to be the way to go in that, but alas, it wasn't. But it's okay, because we move forward and we look on to this week's Lucas's top tips. So, Leachy, how about yours? You go.
So my horse was a black booker, and it was on Friday in Wyong. So I thought... a black booker in Wyong, surely it's a sure thing. It had J-Mac on board as well. And, fourth place. So, definitely not... it's out of the black book now.
So, just quickly, it was J-Mac on board until J-Mac decided to fall off a horse when the gates opened in, the fourth race. So, I don't remember who jumped on, but with that horse, Varvia, I had backed it in its last, 4 or 5 runs this prep. When I saw it in the field on Friday, I said, how many times can this horse go this preparation?
Yeah.
How many times can they go to the well? And with about 650 metres to go, I was like, oh, that's one too many times, because she was about 12 lengths off. She didn't make a whole heap of ground.
3 wins in a row.
Yeah, and I backed her for all those wins. You beauty. But, look, mate.
Tough.
We'll get onto it. It's okay.
Yeah, it's all right.
Dan's dumb decision?
It was... Well, we have changed the name, but I think last week was a bit of a dumb decision because I accidentally put Warriors to win in the multi. I didn't mean to put Warriors to win. I just wanted to have them... What was it, Brendan? Plus 7.5?
7.5, yep.
Yeah, plus 7.5. Game to be under 46.5 points. But yeah, that kind of fucked me.
He kind of cancelled his own bet out by
Montoya.
He cancelled his own bet out by having Warriors win and then also 7.5 start, because if they got the 7.5 start, you're already pretty much saying they're going to
This bloke doesn't gamble.
But you know,
So this week we're back to a non-done decision. I hope.
Yeah, just Dan's decision from now.
yes, yeah.
Jim's Jam. Now,
was the
James
jam?
James isn't here to explain what happened. Can anyone want to fill in for him?
He had a try score multi, pretty much a
I think
player
AJ
from
fucked
each
him up.
game, and yeah, you only probably got 2 or 3 right. So
Fucking useless as
yeah,
always.
Jim's GM's been pretty off lately. The GM's gone off, I would say.
Yeah. Now, look, massive shout out to the one and only Jai. He has come
I
up
think it's gonna be a
clutch.
collapse for-
Yeah, go on. Yep.
Nice work, Jai. Nice work.
Jai the genius. Look, he's a bit of a punting god, this Jai fella. Now, the stable mail is when Jai speaks, you listen. You know? I'll give you a quick story. So on Saturday, I was at Menangle Racecourse for the big Tab Eureka event that was there. Every horse in that Tab Eureka had about 25 starts, and I kid you not, it was all, 25 starts. Every horse had 20 wins. Their win record was above 80%. Jai Lowe comes up to me before the race. This is a true story. I'm not fabricating the truth here. And Jai goes, Lucas, the number 5 is going to win in this race. And I've looked at the odds, and it's paying 40-1, and I've gone, Jai, mate, you can't be serious here. You can't be serious. And he goes, Lucas, I'm telling you right now, put $20 on it. And I've gone, all right, too easy, bang. I said, this is the last $20 I've got until payday, right? I'm a paycheck to paycheck sort of bloke. And Jai says, don't stress, it'll come through. Lo and behold, it comes into the straight. Leap to fame, the $1.80 favourite, the superstar of harness racing, is leading. And down the outside is the 40-1 shot that Jai Lowe tipped me into. So, look, that's one of his great punting stories, but that wasn't his
That's
multi.
amazing.
I'm very sorry. That might not have happened, and I might have just BS that whole thing.
That's amazing. Yeah.
But, I'll leave it up to you. But Jai's win on the Knights, Brandon, can you elaborate, mate?
He had Dom Young double, which those tries were absolutely remarkable. And then he had 13 pluses as well against the Dragons. He actually wanted to put that bet on against the Sharks the week before, but because we had a different listener bet, I said we'll prolong it, and it worked out anyway. So Jai, the genius.
What can't this bloke do?
What can't he do?
What can't this bloke do? It's
But yeah, our first listener bet that wins, which is pretty good.
it's quite unique. So
I mean, it was a bet against the Dragons, so
Dragon suck.
yeah.
yes, they do.
All right, guys, so we'll start off now with horse racing. Now, as many of you punters or even friends of myself would know, Nature Strip and Eduardo have both retired after Saturday's Group 3 Concord run at Randwick. A very sad moment for me in particular because, the very first horse race I ever watched and, paid attention to, went out of my way to watch was the Everest. I think of 2019 when Yes won the Everest. And that was the first time I watched it, and from that day on, I was absolutely hooked. Now I've watched, every race over the last 30 years about 500 times, so a bit of a nerd with it now. But for Nature Strip was the first horse that I properly watched, fell in love with, and from that moment he was my favourite. And to see him retire, not on a win, but it was extremely upsetting. But if you guys, I know you guys probably don't listen to the podcast, but there was a podcast earlier today that Rod Lyons, the managing owner of Nature Strip, said today after that race, he said to James McDonald, they spoke before they announced it, and Rod Lyons said J-Mac came back to him and said he had lengths on that field, but the second he turned that corner and looked up the rise at Randwick, he just said to James, nah, I'm done, boys. That's it for me. And, at the end of that 1,000 metres, that was it for him. I'm pretty sure you blokes would have known, right? That was it for him.
Yeah, we watched the race when we were at West, and it didn't look very good.
That's sad. It's still obviously better than half the field that was there, which is
100%.
sad for the other horses. But no, yeah, it you don't want to keep racing it around and tarnishing a career that was so good.
I mean, the horses won the owner $20 million. The man doesn't need any more money.
No, you're right there. 9 Group 1s in Everest. Other than Black Caviar, probably the best sprinter of the last, 30 to 40 years, in my opinion. He's just an absolute freak. And on his day, he was just unstoppable. The King Stand in England when he went over there and absolutely battered the Poms and that Yank horse that still hasn't finished yet, Golden Pal. The 3 TJ Smiths in a row. The Everest, you can't forget the bloody Everest, can you? So
that was beautiful.
Just an absolutely awesome career. And, the curtains are down. But another one, his old sparring partner, Eduardo, that's how everyone loves to refer to those two guys as sparring partners. But, Joe Pride said the same thing. If Eduardo's running out of gas with less than 1,000 in an 1,000-metre race, he said, yeah, look, it's probably time to hang him up. Because 18 months ago, Nature Strip and Eduardo batter that field. Batter them. Yeah. It's just, old age catches everyone, boys.
Eduardo was starting to come back at the end of the race, but then he just couldn't have the legs finish it.
Old age gets everyone except for me. I'm so quick. You should see me on I was taking.
Fuck me until you pull a hammy.
The bloke's still kicking. But, yeah, so look, we'll head to just the rest of the racing on Saturday. Now, there were some fantastic races like the Group 1 Memsey Stakes at Caulfield. Now, you blokes caught the Group 1, did you, the Memsies? Maybe not.
Remind me which one it was, and I'll
Mr.
Brightside.
Brightside.
Oh, yeah, I was going to say that's the one I was actually going to talk about. I want to talk about Mr. Brightside. How good's Mr. Brightside? Back-to-back wins, mate. In form.
Look, I think it's 4 wins in a row for Mr. Brightside. He's got a picket fence again. I'm pretty sure he went All-Star Mile in March. No, then he went to the Doncaster.
Yeah.
In April. Then he went to the PB Lawrence a fortnight ago to the Memsies. Now, that run in the Memsie, 3 wide the trip, ran a little bit further than every other horse being 3 wide. But form guides and form gurus have come out and said, look, they crawled the first 800. Yeah. So he was able to sit 3 wide and, absorb pressure and then kick. But what about the run from I Wish I Win? Back, 4 back on the fence to find that way out and then, try to hammer home. Yes, I think he got 4th actually, but it was still a fantastic run. He wish he won.
He wish he won.
Brightside looking like one of the best sources at the moment.
Yeah. Look, he well and true, mate, up to a mile. I'm excited to see what happens next up because he and Alligator Blood will go to Flemington in a fortnight in the Mackay Diva Stakes. Now, that race will be fantastic because if you've got, Alligator Blood, if he draws a better barrier and gets that fence, I know Brightside's tough, but I think Alligator Blood is tough as guts as well. So it'll be a fantastic duel down the Flemington Straight.
The duel come around.
Mate, the jewel herself, Amelia's jewel, I am fairly certain she will be, I think she starts off in the stock stakes at Flemington the day of the Mackay Diva Stakes, which is, hold on boys, let me have a quick gander, if you don't mind. So not next Saturday, not this Saturday, it's the Saturday after, which makes it the 16th. So on the 16th, that is when Amelia's Jewel runs her first race in Melbourne. It's on the big Flemington Straight as well. So she's going to be absolutely electric there. Dan, what do you got, mate? You're about to say something. Come on. You've got to say something.
Horse racing is good.
Horse racing is good, yes.
Well, when
if you give me things to study on, I can fucking contribute to this segment, but, I never have anything.
Well, mate, I tell you what. NRL season is done in a few weeks. You are going to be well and truly fucked for this podcast if you don't have anything.
We're going to move the podcast probably more to focus on horse racing.
EPL.
And we'll probably upload Fridays as well, guys.
Yeah, 100%. That'd be way better to do an Arvo. Like a later in the week one because the fields will come out. But anyway, look, on Amelia's Jewel, she had another trial today, her second and final trial over in WA. This time they had her, so Simon Miller Simon Miller's her trainer. Patrick Carberry is usually her jockey over in WA. Simon Miller, the trainer, said, look, we'd love to take you to Victoria, but we want someone that's already there, knows everything, right? So they got Damien Lane Frosty, one of the best jockeys in the country, right? So Simon Miller goes to Damien Lane yesterday, hey, fly out, come run her in a trial, see how you like her. So Damien Lane flies out for one trial on Amelia's Jewel, and said she was absolutely electric. Can't wait to get her into a race. But 1,000-meter trial, can't forget where. I think I might have been Lark Hill, but just cruised around them with about 150 to go, and then sat there effortless and motionless. Did Damien Lane, and she eventually got to the front with about 50 to go. So that is her, sort of pre first run all sorted. She'll be over. I think it'll be Monday or Tuesday next week on the flight to Victoria, and for next Saturday. So that's super exciting.
Futures bet next Saturday.
I think she'll probably only pay like $3, but
we'll both Leachy's lock and the top tip that week will be.
we'll be the big girl herself, Amelia's Jewel.
I think all of our friends will be on Amelia's Jewel that day.
It'd be funny. I've been hyping her up for months.
She just fucking shits the bed.
Yeah,
mate, if she comes out and gets rolled over by like something that couldn't even run top 3 in a listed race, that would be hilarious. It won't be the case. I think she's absolutely special, but we'll see. Stay tuned. Anything else on just like horse racing there, guys? Are you happy with that?
Yeah.
Fantastic. So we'll head into Start Bench Cut edition, and it's horse racing edition. Horse racing edition of Start Bench and Cut. I'm going to start with probably the 3 most exciting horses in the country, other than Mr. Brightside at the moment. So first up, Start Bench and Cut, Giga Kick, I Wish I Win, and Amelia's Jewel. Brandon, I want you to go first, mate.
Oh, we know where this is going to go.
Oh, yeah, I was starting Giga Kick, as I'm saying. Giga Kick's going to have the season of all seasons. Going to put Nature Strip to rest.
Watch your mouth.
I would have to go Bench, I Wish I Win, and then Cut Amelia's Jewel.
You heathen.
As you said, could go, could be the next big thing, but...
Lucas, turn around. Let me just take the knife out of your back.
Unproven yet at the big stage.
Look, that's fair. I mean, look, that's fair. I'll just leave it at that. How about that, okay? Now, Dan, how about you, mate? I want to hear your bet here.
I think I'm going to fucking toot Brandon's horn here and go Giga Kick on start, but I will bench Amelia's Jewel and then cut I Wish I Win. Fuck that horse.
Jeez, mate. Did you lose money on it on Saturday?
Probably.
Yeah. Jeez, mate. If Peter Moody finds you saying that, dude, he'll be blowing
Moody, come at me, bro.
PJ Moods, he's a big boy, man.
Oh my.
Yeah, but he's PJ Moods.
He's a big fan
I'm
of podcasts.
DC.
Yeah,
I'm
PJ
Pat
Moods.
Cummins' cousin. Come at me.
Well, look, I suppose my one's going to be completely different from all of you guys. I'm liking. Like I said, I've tooted her horn for ages. I've proclaimed her the next star of Australian racing. Amelia's Jewel is my start. I think she wins first up in the stock stakes. I'm a bit nervous if they go to the Valley for her second start, which I think is the case because I don't know how she'll get around the track being a back marker at Moonee Valley because it's the worst track in Australia. I think if they don't go to Moonee Valley for any of her races, I really think she could win everything she runs this prep. I will take I Wish I Win on the bench because I think I Wish I Win is the best sprinter in the country. And I will cut Giga Kick. Not because I dislike him or anything. It's just this had to be done here. Had to be done. And I'm going to cut Giga Kick there. So
Fair enough.
now we've got some of our aging / retired horses in the second round here.
Ooh.
This one's interesting. I'm very strongly worded on a few of these horses. Brandon, back to you again. Next, to round 2, we've got Start Bench Cut, Nature Strip,
Dang.
Golden 60, and Animo.
Couple of kings here. A couple of kings. You're gonna kill me for this one. I'm gonna say Golden 60 as my start. It was just, it's just so good. It's so many
What
wins.
the fuck?
This is a Hong Kong superstar. I'm sure if it came over here, it would have put our horses to shame. Nature Strip is on the bench, and Animo gets the cat.
Get out of here, Animo. No stat padding here, mate.
I guess it's over to me then if you're looking at me without talking.
Trying to turn the mic on. Dan, over to you, mate.
Yeah, mate. I'm going to start the strip. You got to start the king.
He's got to start.
I'm literally going to say it in the way you said it. I'm benching Golden 60 and cutting Animo.
That's a wise choice. That's a wise choice.
Yeah.
Now, I'm going the exact same as you, Dan.
No way.
I'd like to hear your thoughts on why, though.
Okay. I'm very into this one. So, Nature Strip has done it everywhere. Did it in Australia. Did it in UK against their best and America's best. And once again, lapped them. He was the highest rated horse last year. Highest time form rating. Has one of the fastest times in the King Stand as well in the UK. So I'll take that into consideration. Golden 60 is an absolutely fantastic miler. Now, yes, he's only racing in Hong Kong against Hong Kong horses every now and then for like the international race meeting in December. Something will come over and he's just too good for them there. I would love to see him travel, but I think he's 8 now. Time will catch up to him too, like Nature Strip, but he's a superstar. Every time he's on, you need to watch him start. You need to watch him run because he's a back marker, like that middle of the pack to back marker, and his turn of foot is electric. I love him. And Animo, what more can I say? He was blessed to verse, some pretty average weight for age horses here in Australia. Didn't beat much, although, some people want you to think he was beating Winks every time he ran round. Well overrated, got smashed by a second-rate UK horse in Dubai Honour, who once again, Dubai Honour's coming out.
It was Romantic Warrior. Oh, Romantic Warrior who got smashed by a Golden 60. You
see what I mean? Horse racing math works here, guys. Yeah, look, I don't rate Animo that much, so that's that. Now, round 3. This one's interesting. Dan's doing his research on his phone, as you can all see.
I'm actually researching my dumb decision.
He's Googling what is Golden 60. He thought it was that Chinese restaurant in the city, Golden Century.
I don't eat Chinese food.
All right, round 3, guys. We have got, now this is it. We have got Winks, Black Caviar, or Maccabi Diva for your start, bench, and cut. Brandon, I'm going to you again, mate. This is very difficult.
When I originally did this start, bench, cut, I was hoping it was just for you, but now that's on me that it's the pressure's coming to me, and I just don't know who to pick. I'll be picking Winks as my start. Just hands down one of the best horses we've seen.
Mm-hmm.
Guess how many wins in a row? Bloody only lost to 1.
33.
33. I was going to say 29, but...
Then... Was it Black Caviar didn't have a loss?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Yep.
That makes it tough. Yeah, I'll probably have to go Black Caviar, then Maccabi Diva.
That's... Yeah, right. Okay,
probably how it stands on.
Yeah. Enough. How about you, Dan? What are you thinking, mate?
I'm so fucked here. I don't know who to pick.
Do you know who they are?
Yes, I do know who they are.
That's a good start.
Three of the best horses Australia's ever seen.
Who you got, mate?
Fuck. I'm tossing up between the first two who to start. I think just because it's more... I've seen more of Winks' race. I might go start Winks.
That's fair.
And then bench Black Caviar and cut Maccabi Diva.
Same, huh?
Yeah. Is it going to be the same all 3 of us? Lucas.
Look, it will be.
Yeah.
It's extremely hard to go past, Winks' 33 straight wins, her record of Group 1s, just the ease in which she beat everything. A couple of internationals came and tried to take her on. She belted them, and only after she retired did more internationals come down to, come take our prize money. But, Winks, look, if I could have, start 1, start 2, like 1A, 1B, it'd be Black Caviar, because Black Caviar, 25 wins, 25 starts, 25 wins. I'll tell you what, if Peter Moody heard this, mate, he'd be beating us up because he would say Black Caviar is the greatest ever. She may very well be, but Mackay Diva, 3 Melbourne Cups. Only thing nothing really tarnishes her legacy. I suppose she didn't do too well over in Japan in the Japan Cup and hasn't got quite the record like the 2 Golden Girls have, Winx and Black Caviar, but you can't go wrong either way, can you?
100%.
They're 3 great horses.
Sorry, PG.
Sorry, PG. Catherine Coleman, you too, darling. Oh, jeez. Well, look, that's plenty of horse racing for now. We absolutely smashed it. Listeners, get used to this for next, 6 months.
Hey, we still got rugby league for another month. It's okay.
Yeah. But let's head on to another sport now. Now, the Boomers, guys. We were one of the... not gold medal hopefuls, but we were definitely a medal hope at the start of this World Cup. It's just not panned out for us, has it? We've really, shat the bed, for lack of a better term.
Much. I mean, did you watch many of the games? I mean, we watched one on your Bucks.
Yeah. Let's not talk about what happened then.
Remember about that? I don't know.
I don't remember that game.
I watched the one with Doncic.
Yeah, Slovenia game,
that's the one. Yeah, we looked pretty average there. Couldn't hit any frees pretty much the whole game. And we just kept giving them easy ball. And then they were hitting their frees, even without Doncic on the field. He got 3 fouls, so they took him off for a little bit. There was promising signs, though. Like, Giddy's amazing. He just, his frees were bad that game. But he walks up to the bloody hoop and just lays it up in, and no one's around him. Just
Giddy's a weapon, and it helps that he's a point guard that's 6'6". He's abnormally tall for his position, so not many in his position can guard him. But yeah, like you said, I watched the Slovenia game. We were bang average in that. Doncic didn't even score the majority of the team's points. It was some other bloke cooking us from 3, which wasn't great. But who do we lose to in the?
Not sure. I know we just we beat Georgia. Only
recently.
I will Google.
Yeah, just if you want to have a quick gander. But look,
there's probably 6 signs. There is probably 6 signs. There's young kids coming through.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. We can't rely on.
Simmons has said
we can't rely on Paddy Mills anymore, mate.
Yeah, Paddy Mills.
Ben Simmons can get fucked.
Ben Simmons might.
Germany. We lost to Dennis Schroeder. That's right. The little Dennis Schroeder absolutely killed us that game. He's a bit of a weapon, D-Schro. But so we lost to Germany. We beat Japan, lost to Slovenia, and we beat Georgia last night. Oh no, on Sunday, sorry. But we're out of the medal. We're out of the medals now, which is pathetic if you ask me. But you know what? Because we didn't win the medals, and that's sort of like a 4th place. I think we should get a statue, just like the Matildas got for coming 4th. They won the same amount of fucking medals as them. No one?
Equal
rights. Big statue, Paddy Mills.
Yeah. Look, the Paris Olympics coming up next year, guys. Very exciting. I love the Olympics. Channel 7's just on non-stop when it's on. Yeah, I love the swimming, mate. Week 1 swimming, week 2 sprinting. It's just on.
But the worst thing is you got to stay up till fucking 3 a.m. to watch the shit. So.
Yeah, I suppose that makes it hard, doesn't it? But
I remember the London Olympics in 2012. I was still in school, and it was during the school holidays. I was just staying up till fucking 6 a.m. every night just to watch it.
It's the best, mate. I love Olympics time, dude.
My favorite was when Usain Bolt used to race, and he would do this.
Yeah.
And then I would do that at school.
Now we got Noah Lyles, that the American sprinter. He's a bit of a weapon, might I add. Did you guys see him? Did you guys see highlights of Noah Lyles? That bloke is a freak. He's so quick.
We got that Aussie bloke, the Peter Bowl.
Oh, yeah, that Aussie bloke.
Yeah.
How could I forget? Yeah, the long distance runner. He got in trouble for doping, and then it came out a couple of weeks later he wasn't doping, and he was steadfast the whole time.
Aussie bloke. I can't remember.
Yeah, he raced Lost and Running last year in the. Yeah, he raced Lost and Running, the racehorse. It's funny as. But look, the Boomers hopefully can make a charge for Olympic medals next year. Look, gold is usually sewn up by the Yanks.
They did lose to Lithuania.
They did lose to Lithuania, yeah. But the Canadians have a ridiculous team now too. They got a really good team.
When we were watching the Canada game on your box, I swear we were.
Yeah, we were. Yeah, we were.
That was a Friday night. Yeah,
it was good. It was real good. Shea Gilgeous-Alexander shout out.
But yeah, hopefully Ben Simmons plays, and then we can win the gold. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Hopefully the bloke plays with the Bahamas. Look, guys, on to another sport now. The AFL, the Australian Football League, Aussie Rules has announced KISS. You know, the blokes that were famous in the 40s as their pre-game entertainment. Now, I don't know how old Gene Simmons is. He could, you know what?
Dan, get the
You know what?
microphone.
Hey, Google. How old is Gene Simmons?
87.
Fuck, he's 74 years
How
old.
the fuck is he gonna? It's probably almost as bad as when they got Meatloaf cut.
Yeah,
Oh,
it might,
mate,
look,
that's good stuff.
it might be pretty bad, but look, Kiss for the AFL. That's
pretty cool.
Who has the NRL got in recent years that is as globally known as Kiss?
Jessica Melbourne.
Who they have last year? Fucking
Oh, what's his name? Barnesy.
yeah, Bunzy.
Is he as worldwide known?
I reckon he is.
I reckon you're fucking dope.
I reckon not as well known, but like
That's what I'm asking though.
no, like I'd say he's like not like just under.
Okay, now I'm going to Google something else. Hey Google, how many albums has Jimmy Barnes? Hey Google, how many albums has Jimmy Barnes sold worldwide? 12 million albums for
Okay,
Jimmy
never
Barnes.
mind.
Now, wait a
I'll go
second.
fuck myself.
Wait a second. Hey, Google. How many albums has Kiss sold worldwide? 100 million albums.
Yeah, I'll go fuck myself. Don't worry.
The whole of Australia hasn't bought a Jimmy Barnes album, is what it's getting at.
Surely Cold Chisels had more.
Hey Siri. Nah.
But no, like, in all honesty, who do you guys think the NRL should get as pre-game entertainment to rival that? Because as old as they are, Kiss are legendary rock stars.
I really think they should get Tim-O-Matic back. he was the highlight of a
Tim-O-Matic.
Tim-O-Matic.
Why is he gonna sing his one hit song and then just no one else knows all the other songs that he sings?
I don't know why he came to my mind, but I just thought of bad NRL grand finals and that
You know
came
what?
to my mind.
If AFL are gonna get Kiss, let's get fucking Akadaka. AC/DC.
Ooh, I wouldn't mind that actually. A little bit easily.
Or I can go on further and bring out Metallica.
Bring back Metallica.
Enter Sandman.
Imagine having... Okay, here's this, right? We're at Allianz. Is it Allianz or Accor? They play the
Accor.
grand final. It always confuses me, right? Because it changes its names
I
every
still call
4
it
years.
ANZ.
ANZ, there
Yeah.
you go. Now, how's this? ANZ Stadium. Both teams are about to run out. And as they're coming out, they play Enter Sandman. 80,000 fans singing Enter Sandman.
That would
That'd
be
be sick.
fucking dope.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Absolutely. And then at halftime,
And then they'll stop playing Enter Sandman at halftime.
Yeah, exactly.
Then they go for like
40 straight minutes of Enter Sandman. But, yeah, look, realistically, I don't know, guys. I couldn't think of an Australian to do it. I mean, Kiss aren't Australian. Do you know,
the Kid Leroy.
give Hooligan Hefts the key to the city.
1-4. 1-4 and hooligan hefts. Fuck it.
Look at us.
Yeah, look, I'm going to throw my hat in the ring and say Hooligan Hefts. What about you, Dan?
I think I'm sticking with Akadaka.
Yeah, I'm sticking with Tim-O-Matic. Bring him in. NRL. The Landys. Sign him
And
up.
Landis, I know you're watching, mate.
Some absolute throwbacks there. But we'll head on to another sport, blokes. The UFC 293 is in Sydney this week. Sydney, our hometown.
no way.
Did we get tickets?
No,
No,
we
we
didn't.
didn't, because Dana White wants to charge us $900 for a nosebleed
That
ticket.
is a fast.
How about this, Dana? I hope you hear this, mate.
Fuck.
I'm going to stream it illegally. How about that?
And to the cops, allegedly.
Yeah, to the cops, allegedly.
And also to West Tigers CEO, allegedly.
I might go to a pub instead, but if not, Dana, I'm not giving you a cent. Not a cent. But some all right fights. I wouldn't say they're pay-per-view worthy. Like, I wouldn't be going out of my way to spend $90 on this pay-per-view.
Yep.
Obviously, the main event, Sean Strickland versus Israel Adesanya. Sean Strickland is a very good fighter. Izzy is just a great fighter. I think Izzy is going to, quite handily beat him. How about you, Brandon?
I think it's going to be pretty one-sided. It's a shame, but that's a Sydney card, and they've pretty much fed him to the wolf. I think Adesanya should dominate him. I think it'll be TKO in maybe the second round. That's what I'm predicting.
Fair call. How about you, Dan?
I just want to say, Lucas just said something good about Adesanya. Lucas never says anything good about Adesanya. Lucas usually hates the fucking living guts out of Adesanya.
I'm not a big fan of him, but you can't deny how amazing he is as a fighter. He is a ridiculous fighter.
Yeah,
Usually
100%.
versing our boy Aussie Rob.
That's actually why I don't like him. I love my boy Rob Whittaker.
I wish this fight was Adesanya versus Whittaker. Would have been nice, but yeah, I see Adesanya just fucking wiping the floor with him.
Yeah.
What round are you picking, Dan? Why are you going through the distance?
Definitely not. Definitely not. I'd say probably I'll go with you, Brandon, round 2.
Yeah, Sean gets hit. He has been hit many times before, and yeah.
But he hasn't been hit by fucking Adesanya.
No, but he's been hit by Alex Pereira.
He's
been hit by fucking Poetan, bro.
Got sent to the shadow realm.
Yeah, literally, he got slept by him. Yeah, I love Sean Strickland though. Like all his pre-fight stuff is funny. As did you guys see during the week? He was nearly not allowed into. He landed in Sydney and was almost not let through because he didn't renew his passport and told everyone to get fucked in the airport.
That's good shit.
He's funny as mate.
I'm a fucking UFC fighter. Let me through.
He's pommy now.
I don't know why I went pommy at the start of that.
I seen a tweet today from Gilbert Burns that he loves Sydney traffic, so don't piss that bloke off.
Yeah,
driving
Dorino.
around Sydney.
Next thing you got Dorino on your ass, mate. It's the last thing you want. Yeah, guys, Tai Tuivasa is back in action against the giant Russian that is Alexander Volkov, who Volkov also has the coolest tattoo in the UFC. Have you guys seen that? The massive samurai on his back.
Oh yeah,
it is the coolest tattoo in the UFC.
Very colourful as well.
Yeah,
have a look at it.
When did Tuivasa lose to Pavlovich? It wasn't long ago, was it?
Pretty recent.
Because he lost to Garn, and then like 2 months later was back fighting Pavlovich and got KO'd quickly. I just hope he hasn't gone to the well too many times in 12 months with that. I've got to. He can get hit, Volkov. My heart's saying Tuivasa, and so is my head. I got Tuivasa KO first round.
Yeah, Western Sydney special. We're going, KO first round. But I am also worried because, as you said, he's been fighting too often, too quick. I think, obviously, Sydney card, he just wanted to be there and doing shoeies with the boys and all that sort of stuff. So hopefully he can get the win. I'm hoping.
Yeah, hopefully Bam Bam can get the win in Sydney, but...
What are you predicting?
What are you predicting, bro?
Submission.
Yeah.
He's gonna fuck him up.
Three round decision wrestle.
I don't know. I reckon it goes the...
Wow.
Distance. Yeah, it could do.
If that goes the distance, bro, your dumb decision this weekend is going on that fight to go the distance. Please. Please.
No. I've already got my decision.
Plenty of Aussies on the cards in this one, guys. Justin Taff is fighting Tyson Pedro, Jack Jenkins, Jamie Malarkey. Shane Young's there as well, and I might butcher the name. Manel Carpe. I hope I didn't butcher it, mate, but we've got our fingers crossed for you. Another thing the UFC missed here is, having Alexander Volkanovski fight 6 weeks ago, Rob fight 6 weeks ago, and then Jack Della Maddalena fight 4 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Right before an Australian card.
Couple of the hot trains for Australia.
Seriously, like the biggest draws in Australian fighting, and Dana White goes and puts them on 6 weeks before.
Then he says, I want $900 for a suit.
Yeah, Dana White, you fucking goof. Just use your word.
But also, Volk is injured at the moment, so...
Yeah,
but he wouldn't have been
he
fought Neil.
Yeah, exactly. If Dana instead put him on this card... Imagine Volkanovski fighting on a pay-per-view card in Australia. The week leading up to
I
it.
mean, look at the fucking fight in Perth.
Look at the fight in Perth. Mate, have Volkanovski beat up Max Holloway again in 4 months' time, dude, in Sydney.
Yeah.
Get Rob Whittaker on there in a co-main event against, I don't know, Jared Cannonier or something like that. Get Della Maddalena a top 10 fight in the welterweight division. Mate,
the biggest card.
it sells
We know how
itself.
much Australia loves watching sports and fighting.
Yeah.
So, like, literally half of Australia probably would have watched the card just to see all these A-list fighters. Instead, we get Adesanya Strickland, which, I'll watch it.
Yeah, I'll watch it,
But
yeah.
I know what's going to happen.
Imagine if Volk was actually on the card, how much quicker it would have fucking sold out.
It would have convinced more people to pay $900 for a ticket as well.
Probably I fucking would have.
Look, we'll move on now. Dan, it seems like you've got something for us this week, mate. What do you got for us, sir?
I've got to guess the athlete because I thought with this person I've picked, who am I would be too easy.
Jeez, here we go.
But I think if I throw it to Brandon,
Oh, fuck. All right, then.
he won't get it. So,
Would I get it?
yes.
It's Benji Marshall.
No.
Oh.
You're wrong. It's wrong.
Actually, we're gonna throw it to James. Oh, James.
James Ray. All right,
Right,
Brandon,
maybe.
you have 60 seconds to guess this athlete, starting from a near.
NRL,
No.
AFL,
No.
soccer,
Yes.
okay, EPL,
Yes.
Man City,
I already know it.
Nope.
Liverpool,
Yes.
okay, current Liverpool player,
Yeah.
striker,
Nope.
centre back. I knew
Say it in a Liverpudlian accent when you get it.
I don't think he knows.
I honestly can't remember the player.
If he-
25 seconds left.
You can do it. So he's got... Oh, I won't help you. I'm sorry.
I'm so done here.
You know who it is.
Oh, I know who it is. Yeah, absolutely.
15 seconds.
Jesus. How long's he been at the club? Has he been at the club for more than 2 years?
Yeah.
Probably
He's
about
been there for a
6,
while.
7 years.
Yeah, he's been there pretty much his
Been
whole
there a
career.
while. Okay.
Nah, not that long, mate.
Liverpool
Jesus.
Centre back. He's been
Final
there a
guess, mate.
long time.
What do you got?
You can do it. Starts.
Is it-
Can I get him on it starts with?
Yeah.
Starts with a V.
Made it so much hard. I was like throwing up like players that do not start with a V in my head. Vincent Company.
Lucas, who is
I
it?
have no idea.
Virgil van Dijk.
Virgil van Dijk.
Virgil van Dijk.
Yeah, I narrowed it down so quick. I just lack in that knowledge.
See? I was smart. I knew Brandon wouldn't get it.
When you said soccer and EPL, I was just going Haaland.
Oh, yeah.
I was not
My
picking
brain's going
Haaland.
ding, ding,
That was
Haaland,
way
Haaland.
too easy.
Yeah, when you said Liverpool and not a forward, I was like, it's got to be Big Verge.
Yeah.
Sane doesn't play there anymore, eh?
You mean Mane?
Mane?
Yeah, no, Mane doesn't.
And
Nah.
Moe Salah. I was like,
Mo-
these are my two Liverpoolian people that I
Mo Salah.
No Salah.
Overrated. No, I'm
You're a
kidding.
microwave.
He's good.
Sorry, guys. Sorry. I tried.
That's okay, mate.
You did your
Beggars,
best, but you
beggars
didn't
can't be
succeed.
choosers, all that sort of stuff.
Oh.
All right, guys. So the listeners' question this week, for fuck's sake, is another Sharks-related one. That's always great to have. The question is, will the Sharks win the comp?
Fuck no.
Sent in by Anonymous. I don't know who it could be.
I have a theory here. The last two Sharks questions that we had sent in by Anonymous was this motherfucker on the end right here, so I reckon it's him again.
Well, why would they put anonymous if they didn't want to be anonymous, Dan?
You know what? It could be Craig Fitzgibbon trying to get some insider info.
Craig Fitzgibbon watches? Hey, mate. How's it going?
Pretty sure it actually said, what was it? We will win the comp. It was a statement. I don't know how I would know that, but
Brandon,
No, not a question.
I will say this on air right now.
yeah, mate,
I'd be $100 that the Sharks do not win the comp.
$100. That's be risky, but I'm gonna take it.
No, you're not, are you? Are you taking this?
Yeah. No double.
I'll go 100 as well.
We're
Oh,
locked in.
come on.
He made the bet, mate. He's a betting man.
Yeah, I'm
Don't be a
betting
bitch.
it.
Mate.
The confidence actually scares me.
Yeah, no.
But I could have my money by this Sundays.
Look, once we win the comp, right?
they
It's
got
gonna be
Nice.
Roosters.
Roosters.
Not the Rabbitohs. Haha, suck shit. So the Sharks will win the comp. I just don't see how they can. They failed to score any sort of points against the Penrith Panthers a few weeks back. Yes, that was when they were in their slump. I get that, but
slump first week of Trindle and Hines together ever.
you guys did not look that convincing against the Raiders either, though, until Sebastian Christ went, duh.
But we were in the grind. We got in the grind. We played great footy.
The Panthers would have put 60 on them.
They got one try off a kick, which is beautiful for me to see, defensive-wise. Look, I do think it's going to be tough after we beat the Roosters. We got either Broncos or Storm.
Yeah.
I think you'll be versing. I reckon you'll be versing Storm.
Other than, I actually only think we're going to beat the Roosters, and that'll probably be the end of our. I don't know if we're getting past that.
I was gonna say hot take. You guys do not beat the Roosters, and don't get me wrong.
Whoa.
I want you guys to win. I fucking
home
hate
ground.
the Roosters
Our home ground.
at your home ground. But
13,000 people.
13,000 people.
hey. On that note, by the way, Buzz Rothfield. Is it Buzz Rothfield that's blowing up about that? That old man, that old senile bastard can go get put into a home because, mate, that's not how it fucking works. If you finish top 4 in the NRL, I don't care if you play in front of fucking 45 people at your local park, mate. If that's your home ground, you play that game there.
But they didn't finish top 4.
Hear that, Buzz Rothfield?
Didn't they?
The Sharks didn't finish top 4.
Nah, we got
Sorry,
fifth
Buzz.
we got 5th and 6th. Like
You got
5th and
six.
6th get home games as well.
It's so stupid.
First and second.
My comment stands, Buzz. Fuck
Yeah,
off
fuck
to the
you,
fucking
Buzz.
old folks' home.
I just wanted to reiterate that they didn't finish top 4.
Thank you. But Dan, do you think they could win the comp?
No.
Okay, fair enough.
There's this powerhouse that lives at the foot of the mountains called Penrith.
Every
Oh,
team.
Oh yeah, fair enough.
Every
Yeah.
team has a chance, all right, guys. And I think
Except the Tigers.
we're going to be the first team to have 50 put on them and still win the comp.
Penrith have been the
They're
powerhouse
ridiculous.
for the last 4 years.
Mm.
And I do not think Sharks are going to overcome that powerhouse.
Fair call. Well, look, that's a good listener. It's a listener's.
But the Wars are going to overcome that powerhouse. Up the Wars.
Jeez. How's that? Well, the wasn't really a question. It was a listener statement. That was all right.
Thank you, Anonymous, for that one.
Thank you, and on. We'll go on to the NRL talk. So, guys, Suafai Longo, his debut for Melbourne, he got 47 minutes. He had 2 tries, made 100-odd metres. In his cameo guy, he was really something, wasn't he?
That's a good fucking debut.
He's got some speed to burn. The rugby league guru has been talking him up for a while now.
Has he been?
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's been
right.
saying he's like the next big thing to come from him. But again, he's like another like fullback, so
Might have to go to the Tigers.
yeah, he might have to look elsewhere to get some decent game
Do
time.
the backwards. Everyone usually leaves the Tigers,
Yeah.
but
He'll come for a year and then bugger off.
yeah.
How old's Pappenhausen now? Not old, is he?
Probably like mid-20s.
I'd say he's around yeah.
Hey, Google. How old is Ryan Pappenhausen? 25.
Oh, it's
Yeah.
pretty bang on with
Yeah, so he's
mid-20s.
not old at all. He's got a long time left as long as he doesn't keep picking up injuries.
The backup, and then poor Sua. He seems
He's a
pretty
big.
good.
He seems pretty big body. They've probably
Yeah.
slowed him in the centres for now.
true.
Bloke can't even play in this week.
I mean, Olam's not getting too much game time, or is he this week? Maybe I don't.
Olam's
No,
not in this week.
Olam's dropped for the year for sure, mate. Unless something ridiculous happens. But that bloke has fallen off a cliff in the last 6 months since the start of the year.
He can still put a good shot on, and that's
Yeah,
what matters.
absolutely.
That's all he's got.
Got a beat from Papua New Guinea. You'd be able to put a shot on somebody. Pretty interesting. Look, guys, the Rabbitohs missing out on the 8. That is music to my ears. I know way too many Rabbitohs. Something with Rabbitohs fans. Are they not the most outspoken fans there are? They're the only ones that will go out somewhere. I know to opposite team games and stuff like that, but they're the only ones that'll go out and about to the shops or something and wear a jersey or wear a hat.
You
I
know
know
why?
a bloke that's got a fucking tattoo on his heart of the Rabbitohs logo.
You know why? Because they're all on Centrelink and can't afford any other shirts.
Oh,
I'm
damn.
joking. I'm joking.
Oh, damn.
Calm down, Rabbitohs fans. Don't come at me.
Look, anyway, I was actually chuffed that they missed the 8. How about you, Brandon?
Well, it's sadly that so they missed the 8, but then sadly Roosters get into the 8. So it was kind of a heartbreak and sort of happy as well. I was,
It was a win-loss situation.
but,
Yeah.
no, I think I actually would rather versus the Roosters than the Rabbitohs because I think they have
Wow.
a really strong team. Definitely, they've got like such a good forward pack. I don't know how they have fallen off a cliff. I guess in
It was
Latrell
Latrell
Mitchell.
missing.
yeah. Have you seen those comments today that they're thinking about putting him or starting next year with him in centre?
No,
or
mate, they
something?
can't do that because he'll just start saying everyone's racist for putting him in centre. He'll do that.
What I think stupid is they let Half go. So
Yeah,
who's
who
their
would they-
backup?
Taft's gone to the Bulldogs, isn't he?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yep.
they're signing so many fullbacks. It's not even funny.
Yep. Classic. But look, it melts my heart that the Rabbitohs have missed out on the 8.
It really does.
Mm.
Rough.
It brightens my heart.
Yeah. Well, now, guys, Tigers back-to-back wooden spoons. Absolutely. You know what? I
Fold the
left.
club.
I left before halftime to go for a drive. I didn't even have the radio. I wanted to listen to the game. My phone was although keeping me up with the score. Look, I don't even want to talk about the Tigers. We're fucking shit, Brandon.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. What else is there to say? 2 years in a row is what you got a new coach next year again. It's just I don't see how he's
We'll have another coach by the end of the year. John Morris will be our
Yeah.
coach by the end of next year.
rough.
Timestamp
It
this,
is
guys. Timestamp it.
rough. Triple spoons, maybe.
Brandon? Dan, sorry?
Look, can I really talk?
Yes.
One spot higher. You can.
Your just sacked coach wasn't made to sign an NDC, so nothing would get out about what happened there. Something dodgy. Something dodgy.
Something dodgy.
Look,
love
I'm not
it.
going to talk too much shit on the Tigers because my team came 16th. But, yeah, back-to-back spoons is pretty harsh. Yeah,
Fold the
at
club.
least you can't come 18th next year. That's in 2025.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
You know what
true.
I find funny is that like I did a post, I think it was on your page, Matty C's page, a couple people's pages about back to back spoons and you lost by 50 points, you can't win the comp. And then like one of our mates, the dad's comments down fold the club because of he would have seen how many times we've wrote fold the club on the West Tigers photo. Which is
Yes.
good stuff.
Steve, good man, Steve.
Steve.
Yeah.
Good on ya.
Yeah,
Good stuff.
that's funny.
Fold the club, though.
Fold the club.
Guys, Dom Young had some pearlers. The try scorers there, mate. The tries that he scored there were fucking... The one who was slingshotted and somehow swung his arm out and grounded it was...
That's the only one I seen because I
It is
didn't
somewhat-
watch the Dragons
No,
game
they did I, to be honest with you.
Did a bit of a cartwheel. He spun over and
Yeah.
plants the ball
Did-
down.
Didn't Mika Ravalawa go to tackle him and then he's just like fucking absolutely throwing him into
Yeah. And
While
then
he put
there
the
was
ball down.
another one where his whole body was pretty much out and again just
Somehow.
brilliant.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm not going to lie. I didn't watch a
amazing
heap...
tries.
Yeah, I didn't watch a heap of NRL on the weekend. I've been quite busy.
And it helped
Oh,
out helped Jai get the listener bet. So
Jai, thank you,
thank
sir.
you, Dom Young. Thank you, Jai.
I feel like we've mentioned Jai a lot.
He's a genius, mate. Punting. Did I tell you the story about him getting me the winner?
Jai the punting Jules.
Shit.
Genius.
Now, this is news to me until I read the script for tonight, but Kieran Foran got a hat-trick?
Poppy Warren got his first hat-trick.
How the
Best hat-trick
fucking hell
ever.
did that happen?
Poppy Foz. Is he actually a grandpa? I don't know. I've heard rumors. But
He got up to Wild Nights in, where did he grow up? Turramurra. Wild Nights in Turramurra, didn't you?
versus the Bulldogs, so stay less.
Isn't the Bulldogs one of his former clubs?
Yes,
One of many.
technically. I don't know if he played any games for him, but he definitely signed there. Yeah, no, I didn't get to watch it. I was at work, but he got a hat trick. Which what's there more to say? How do you let Foreign score 3 on you?
He probably just ran through Ockenbaugh 3 times, to be honest with you. Ockenbaugh was probably grabbing it there.
I was I heard some live updates and Bulldogs are getting thrashed. They came back at the end, so
It wasn't like
Hats
34-30
off to
at the
them,
end of the
but,
game.
Dan, did you see the tries at all, or
I seen one of them,
one of them?
and he just it looked like he was 20 years old again, stepping through the line.
Show and go.
Score, and it was fucking beautiful. Good to
Bring
see.
back the heydays. Maybe
Yeah.
next year with Desi back with him. Who knows?
Yeah.
Who knows?
Maybe Cherry Evans might sign for Titans and bring it back.
Yeah, it's Brooks's
Back
team.
to it,
Manly's
back to
Brooks's
it.
team now. Guys, Brandon, you'll be outspoken on this one. Sebastian Chris,
Oh,
that tackle.
We can't
Holy
go.
hell, mate.
so bad.
That was ridiculous.
Did you see the photo of him doing like the tombstone pile driver, like Undertaker? That was
No,
funny.
I didn't, but I can imagine it right now.
It was a horrible tackle, like poor form. Katoa did bend his neck. I don't know if he did it because he was afraid that he was going to get dunked on his head, or if he did it to try and get more of a penalty. Either way, he was like already like this when he
Yeah.
was turning his head.
I watched like 30 times. I think he did that to save himself, in
Yeah.
all honesty. He definitely didn't throw his head into the ground. I reckon he tried to save himself. What about you, Dan? Did you see it?
No, I didn't watch the
He
shot.
was pretty much like just spun 180 and then just
Dropped on like your head,
Yeah.
So
sort
it
of
was
thing.
like Undertaker type shit.
yeah.
No, seriously.
It was it was pretty even at that time as well. And then 20 minutes
It was
to go,
10-4
Yeah.
to you
Big
blokes.
buddy.
20 minutes to go, he gets sent from the game, and that's all she wrote. Ducks fans rejoice.
How's that, eh?
Yeah, how good.
How's that? Well, guys, if Penrith go back-to-back minor premierships and then back-to-back-to-back just premiership winners, do they go down as the greatest team of all time? Here we go, Dragons fan going to start tooting his own horn.
When salary caps didn't
11 years
exist.
in a row.
Salary caps didn't exist in
Yeah, but
Dragons.
still,
Look,
still fucking 11 premierships in a row.
I think it's very hard to compare teams from 50 years ago.
Yeah.
But obviously, the skill level these days, like if you put, mate, could you imagine, right? Imagine putting, imagine putting Payne Haas in, a team from back then. They would think this bloke was fucking made on another planet. Or imagine putting Matt Burton with his bomb, in that team. Once again, they'd think he's fucking bionic.
And the thing is, back then, they didn't train as much as they do now.
It was like a
Because they were
whole-
fucking
yeah.
laying bricks, mate.
They weren't
Yeah,
even
they were all-
getting
they
paid.
all had
Half of them
jobs.
weren't getting paid,
Yeah.
except for all the Dragons players. That's why they won a fucking 11 comps.
Nah. I will say Penrith, of the NRL era, yes, they would be. I'd say they would be the best.
Hands down.
One of the best teams.
You reckon?
It's crazy how many. Like I thought, Carousel like a massive loss for them, and then also Kikau and a couple other players they've lost over the couple seasons, and to just come out again and then on a premiers again, you got to also think like how. I know you're gonna hate this, Ivan Cleary. How good is he been coaching this team? And, like, is he looked at as the coach of the year? Like, I don't see how he couldn't be.
Kevy Walters, boys. Kevy Walters.
People say Webster as well. But, like, to get this team going again when everyone's counting you out, they won't be as good as last year. It's impossible. They lose all these players. And then, bam, minor premiers. Red hot, like, they're, $2 favourites or $3 favourites to win the comp as well.
Yeah.
In the last 4 years, they've won 3 of the minor premierships. Yeah. They won 2020, Melbourne won 2021, and then they've won the last 2.
Yeah. Yeah, it's
Ever since the rule change,
yeah.
the 6 against and
Yeah.
like the speeding up of the game, they've just
What would have been good? I would like to see this Penrith team against like the prime Cronk, Slater, Smith,
Oh, yeah.
Melbourne
100%.
team. That would have been friggin' awesome.
that would have been.
Well, in the last, did you know, speaking of minor premierships, the last 10 years, there's only been 3 teams in the minor premiership.
Rooster Storm, Panthers. Fuck, I'm good. Fuck's
I mean,
sake,
I
I'm
mentioned
good.
2 of them, so you only had to guess the other one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'd be happy if Penrith get the free Pete, just so James can't say Parramatta are the last team to do it.
Mate, that's all James has going for him because his fucking mediocre team haven't won since that bloke was in his dad's nutsack.
At least all 3 of us have seen our team win a premiership.
That is true.
That's
James
true.
hasn't.
That's true.
James, Oh, he's
Yes.
already. That's right.
Yeah.
I mean, Lucas, do you remember yours?
Fucking oath, mate. I was 9 years old. I watched it at my grandparents' place, bro.
Nice.
Pat Richards.
Nice.
Benji Marshall.
Marshall
Pass.
skips away. Marshall skips away.
That's like pass.
You don't think that wasn't said?
Good
But yeah, look,
game.
how good. Now we'll get into the NRL tips for the week, guys. Let me pull up the NRL here.
I'm having a feeling the first game is Broncos versus Storm.
Just
Comes to
a
the top of
weird
my
feeling.
head.
Not a lot of games this week. Obviously, the finals. Both teams will get a second chance, no matter what. Gonna ask you blokes, just give me your name. Broncos, Storm. Brandon.
I think Storm wins, and I think Sharks beat.
That's big if too. If true, sorry. Dan, what are you saying, mate?
I'm gonna go Melbourne. Yeah.
Wow, I'm taking Broncos here.
Go.
Now, the Saturday 4 o'clock game, once again, both teams get a second chance. The Panthers and the Wars. Dan. Don't go with your heart, dude.
I'm going Penrith.
Brandon.
I'll be picking Penrith, yeah.
I will also be picking Penrith. Now, Saturday 7:50, the Sharks versus the Roosters. Brandon, what do you got for us?
Sharks 13 plus.
Big if true. Dan.
Just because of my pure hatred for the Roosters, I'm gonna have to pick the Sharks, but they're getting knocked out next week.
I really hate the Sharks. Sorry, I really hate the Roosters, but I do think they're going to beat the Sharks. Yeah.
Home ground advantage, mate. The wind.
Yeah,
Mate, there's only 13,000 of you there, mate.
Ocean breeze. The Roosters aren't used to it. Not used to playing in it.
They are from Bondi, cunt.
Yeah, but like they're playing.
Bondi's
they
the
play
shittest beach in the
Allianz
country,
or whatever,
bro.
like,
No, but I'm saying like they're like
they're
training
not
at
used
Bondi.
to the
Like,
wind,
fuck
mate. The
me.
kicks go up.
Yeah,
Ocean
absolute
breeze.
swirlies.
Swirly.
Swirlies. Now, the Knights and Raiders. Now, if there was ever a game to fall asleep in during the finals, this is the one. Dan, what have you got, mate?
The draw?
Oh,
Nah. Probably the Knights.
yeah. What about you?
Yeah, I picked the Knights. Raiders have too many out, I think.
Yeah, Knights for sure. I don't like Ricky Stewart in the last few weeks.
I'd
think-
love to see him blow up.
I think
Yeah.
all of us have been riding that Knights hype train for the last
Not
10
me.
weeks?
Not when we lost.
Except for
them.
you, but yeah.
I'm not a massive fan of the Knights, but
9 in a row. Good.
yeah, something different too. The Knights winning and being all right. So yeah,
How many did the Sharks win back in 2016 in a row before they won the premiership?
Like 17.
Yeah.
But I mean, we got outdone by Melbourne and Penrith like over the last couple of years. I think Penrith did like 21 or like 19.
Oh yeah,
as well,
that's right.
like-
Yeah, yeah.
ridiculous. So
Ridiculous.
yeah. Well, we'll head on to our tips for the week. Now, my top tip and
Best bets.
yeah, my top tip and Leachy's lock. I suppose we're going to have something in the video later this week because unless do you have something ready for us now?
No, I don't.
No, we don't have anything ready for you now, Couch Commentator podcast listeners, but we will have some winners for you this weekend. I think I've got a good one. So come Thursday when this comes out, guys, I think you'll be able to unload on it whilst gambling responsibly.
G'day guys, Lucas from the Couch Commentators podcast here, coming at you with my top tip for the weekend. We are going to go to Morfettville this week. We're going to race 2, number 7, River Noir. Peter Moody trained galloper going from Caulfield to Adelaide, hoping to pick up an easier than usual victory. Currently getting about $3.40 there. Does have to contend with Chicago Storm, who's quite a smart horse that wins a fair amount of the time in Adelaide. So if River Noir can win the battle with Chicago Storm, I think those two will be fighting out the finish. So that makes my top tip. Race 2, Morfettville, number 7, River Noir. Happy punting.
All right, punters. I've been talking about it for a while. I've been talking him up. Giga Kick is racing again. Race 8 at Moonee Valley. Number 1, Giga Kick. Paying $1.90. It's Leachy's lock this week. Yes, it's short. Yes, we won't win much money, but it's a sure thing. So gamble responsibly.
But Dan, what's your decision this week, mate?
Mate. We got 4
Is
games.
it tied to Ivasa and Volkov to go the
Oh,
distance?
surely.
What's that paying? Hold on, I'm gonna have a gander. You tell us your decision while I have a look,
We
mate.
might double
Alright.
that. We might double that.
So we got 4 games this week.
Mhm.
4 try scorers. So Storm Broncos, I'm going Will Warbrick.
The Stonkos.
Stonks. The Wars versus the Riff. We're going DWZ, Rocks and Diamonds, but he's
Ooh.
been more diamonds this
He
year.
has, that's true.
The Guppies versus the Cox. I'm going Joseph Suoliti.
Yeah.
What's wrong with you in the corner over there?
Is that our right side? No, left side. That's the weak side, supposedly.
Exactly.
So you got it. Good.
And then Knights versus Raiders. I'm going the man scored 2 tries last week, Dominic Young.
D Yizzle.
And on the double, that gets you $16.60.
Oh, it's not too bad, mate. Not too bad at all. I think DWZ will be your undoing. That's my my tip.
Nah.
I don't think Rory score a point.
Dallin Watney-Zalesniak.
What nay?
But gamble responsibly, and
Gamble
that'll be on
responsibly.
Dabble, guys. So copy
That'll be
out
on
there.
Dabble, guys. Drop us a follow on Dabble. That'll be fantastic. Now, odds for Volkov versus Tuvasa to go the distance haven't come out yet. It's got to be in the triple digits, though, for sure. You know,
Yeah.
someone's getting slapped.
Surely.
And, guys, just to follow up Jim's Jam, we have got Jim here.
No, he's not.
Hey guys, James here. Sneaky video during a chainsaw course. This week we're picking the round of semis. We're going Melbourne, we're going Panthers, we're going Sharks, and we're going Newcastle, obviously. That gets you about $6.25. So come on, we're due for a win. Pick the round.
Oh yeah, nice, Jim.
Now, finally, guys, the Couch Commentators Anytime Try Scorer multi. Only the 4 games this week, so I think we should all do one from each game. What do you
That's
reckon?
Pretty sick.
Yeah, so James is going to get fucked and we're going to pick one from one that will score.
That's the way.
All right. Well, I want to pick the Sharks game, obviously.
Do not pick
Oh,
Ronaldo.
fuck.
Can't they?
Okay, I won't pick Ronaldo, but he's going to score. I'll pick. Let me just.
But you can't
I'm loading.
pick
I'm
Sione
loading.
Katoa
We're
because
going. Sifa Talco.
Big Sif Dogs. I was going to say, when was the last time Mulatalo scored?
I think he scored like 2 weeks ago.
Oh, did he? Ah, fuck it. Okay. What game do you want? Dan, quick 3 seconds before I pick 3.
Penrith was.
Okay, go. You take that one.
I'll go Stephen Crichton.
I love how he goes against his bet that he has for
What?
himself for Dan's decision. Dallin Wittes and he's Lesniak.
Yeah, what?
He's
That
got
doesn't make
Stephen
sense.
Crichton.
No.
I love it.
Okay. I'm going to take the...
Surely you take Brisbane Storm.
No, I'm taking Knights Raiders because it could be a bit easier. I'm just going Dom Young. Fuck you, James. Take a
Dom Young.
game from Friday, you grub.
We'll ask James what his one is, but I'm sure
Jim, what are you going?
That's it.
It's a favourite here.
Beauty. You guys have anything else sad for this week's podcast?
No.
Not that I can think of.
Keep punting. Have
Yep.
a good week.
1-800-858-858. Gamble responsibly.
And go the Sharks up Cronulla. The only team out of the podcaster crew is still in the 8.
Hey, I've been a Warriors fan like the last 6
Not
weeks.
everyone can get the easiest draw year after year, but that's okay.
It's okay. Second year with Nico Hines in halfback, and we made the 8-2. Is what it is.
Big game bottle, you'll see it this weekend. Anyway, guys, that'll do it for this week's edition of the Couch Commentators podcast. Good to get back after a 1 week hiatus from last week. Make sure you guys give us a follow on all of our social media outlets. We'll drop links down below. Happy punting and see you next week.
Boys.